Module 2. Practical applications, strategies, and case studies in theater, arts, and cultural tourism. 1. Designing and developing cultural tourism projects. Creating a successful cultural tourism project is both an art and a science. It requires deep respect for cultural authenticity, a clear understanding of target audiences, and careful planning to ensure financial sustainability. The process often begins with identifying the core cultural asset. This could be a traditional dance form, a historic site, a local festival, or even a culinary tradition. Once identified, tourism professionals work with cultural custodians, artists, and community leaders to design experiences that will appeal to visitors without distorting or commodifying the culture. Example, in South Africa, the annual National Arts Festival in Makhanda, formerly Grahamstown, started as a small theater event. Over the years, it has grown into one of the largest art festivals on the African continent, featuring music, visual arts, film, and street performances. The key to its success has been collaboration between the arts community, local businesses, and tourism boards. 2. The economics of theater and cultural tourism. While cultural projects are often celebrated for their artistic and heritage value, they are also powerful economic drivers. A well-organized cultural event can generate revenue from ticket sales, accommodation bookings, food and beverage sales, and souvenirs. Moreover, these events create jobs, from performers and technicians to tour guides and event staff. For example, the Edinburgh Festival Fringe in Scotland draws millions of visitors annually and contributes hundreds of millions of pounds to the Scottish economy. Hotels, restaurants, and transport services see a significant spike in business during the festival. In Nigeria, the Lagos Theatre Festival has similar potential. By attracting both local and international visitors, it stimulates spending in multiple sectors and provides a platform for emerging artists to gain exposure. 3. Public relations strategies for promoting cultural events. To succeed, cultural tourism projects must be visible to their target audiences. This is where public relations plays a central role. PR strategies often include storytelling, crafting compelling narratives about the cultural experience. For example, a PR campaign for a masquerade festival might focus on the centuries-old traditions behind the masks and the rituals involved. Media partnerships, collaborating with journalists, bloggers, and influencers to secure coverage in print, broadcast, and online platforms. Social media campaigns, using Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to share short, visually appealing content, backstage rehearsals, interviews with artists, or highlights from past events. Event ambassadors, appointing well-known personalities to serve as cultural ambassadors. Their endorsements can attract broader audiences. A strong example is the Rio Carnival in Brazil, which benefits from months of coordinated PR campaigns showcasing costume-making workshops, samba school rehearsals, and historical features about the festival's origins. 4. Technology and innovation in cultural tourism. In the 21st century, cultural tourism is not limited to physical spaces. Digital platforms have become an integral part of the experience, expanding reach and engagement. Some innovations include virtual tours, allowing people to explore museums, theaters, and heritage sites online. The Louvre in Paris offers high-quality virtual tours that have attracted millions of visitors who may never set foot in France. Augmented reality, AR, and virtual reality, VR, using headsets or smartphone apps to bring history and performances to life. For example, an AR app might overlay historical images over the current view of a historic building, showing what it looked like centuries ago. Live streaming performances, allowing global audiences to watch plays, concerts, and festivals in real time. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many theaters live-streamed performances to maintain audience engagement. Nigeria's National Arts Theatre could adopt similar approaches, live-streaming major productions to international audiences while encouraging in-person attendance. 5. Managing cultural sensitivities and authenticity. One of the biggest challenges in cultural tourism is avoiding cultural appropriation or the dilution of traditions. Tourists want authenticity, but organizers must balance this with the need to make experiences accessible. Best practices include involving local communities, giving cultural custodians control over how their traditions are presented and shared. Training tour guides, ensuring they understand the history, meaning, and proper etiquette surrounding cultural elements. Avoiding over-commercialization. While souvenir sales can be profitable, the product should respect the culture's integrity. An example of good practice is found in Bhutan, where tourism is strictly regulated to preserve cultural heritage. Tourists must pay a daily fee, part of which supports cultural preservation. 6. Case studies of cultural tourism success. Case Study 1, the Calabar Carnival, Nigeria. Started in 2004, the Calabar Carnival has grown into one of Africa's most prominent cultural events. It features elaborate parades, traditional dances, and music performances. The PR campaigns leading up to the event include radio jingles, TV interviews, and social media teasers, ensuring both local and international attendance. Case Study 2, Broadway, New York. Broadway is not just theater, it is a global brand. Tourists from around the world plan trips to New York specifically to watch Broadway shows. The PR strategy here relies heavily on reviews, celebrity appearances, and iconic branding. Case Study 3, the Cape Town International Jazz Festival, South Africa. This annual festival attracts top international artists and thousands of jazz enthusiasts. It promotes South Africa as a cultural hub while generating significant revenue for the hospitality sector. 7. The role of artistic displays in tourism. Art galleries, public murals, and craft markets often serve as tourist magnets. They provide tangible takeaways, paintings, sculptures, beadwork that visitors can bring home as mementos. For example, the Lekki Arts and Crafts Market in Lagos offers everything from wood carvings to handwoven textiles. For PR purposes, featuring these markets in promotional materials helps portray the city as a vibrant cultural center. 8. Challenges facing cultural tourism. Despite its potential, cultural tourism faces challenges. Funding issues. Many cultural projects rely on government grants or sponsorships, which can be inconsistent. Infrastructure gaps, poor transport, inadequate accommodation, and limited facilities can discourage visitors. Political instability, conflict or insecurity can deter tourism. Environmental impact. Overcrowding at heritage sites can cause damage, requiring careful management. Addressing these challenges often requires collaboration between governments, private investors, and local communities. 9. The future of theater, arts, and culture in tourism. Looking ahead, the future will likely see more hybrid models, blending in-person and digital experiences, expanding cultural offerings beyond traditional formats, and building stronger international partnerships. Sustainability will also be key. Tourists are increasingly conscious of the environmental and cultural impact of their travels, favoring destinations and events that are eco-friendly and socially responsible. 10. Conclusion and key takeaways. Theater, arts, and culture are not just tools for entertainment, they are powerful instruments for public relations, diplomacy, economic growth, and social cohesion. When strategically integrated into tourism, they create immersive experiences that leave lasting impressions.